Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk data for a minute. Check out this graph. Overall, this shows significant increases in chronic disease costs over the last 30 years. Why? What is the cause? This video will identify the causes and link them back to the foods in our diet. People tend to be oblivious to their environment, to advertising, and most importantly, to their choices. Especially with the food they eat, it's like they're sleepwalking through the store, loading up their carts with whatever's convenient. But it's time to wake up. Take control of your health. Today we'll delve into the dangers of processed foods and their link to chronic diseases. Let's talk about what processed foods lack. Vital nutrients. Processing strips these foods of essential vitamins, minerals and fiber, leaving empty calories. Sure, it might be convenient and tasty, but it's not doing your body any favors long term. We all need some fat in our diets, but it's got to be the right kind. Processed foods are often loaded with trans fats and unhealthy saturated fats, which clog our arteries and raise bad cholesterol. It's like plumbing your body for disaster, one bag of chips at a time. Now let's talk about sugar. Processed foods are packed with added sugars and refined carbohydrates, causing blood sugar spikes. These spikes can lead to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and weight gain. The rise in processed food consumption has gone hand in hand with the obesity epidemic. These calorie-dense, nutrient-poor foods are designed to be hyper-palatable, making you want to eat more. Lacking fiber and protein, they lead to overconsumption of calories. Let's not forget about sodium. Processed foods are loaded with sodium, which raises blood pressure and increases heart disease and stroke risk. Excess sodium is a recipe for disaster. Now, let's peek behind the curtain and talk about those unpronounceable ingredients in processed foods. Artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives make food appealing but can have nasty side effects. Some additives are linked to allergies, hyperactivity, and cancer. Gut health is crucial for our overall well-being. Processed foods are low in fiber, essential for feeding good bacteria in our gut. Without enough fiber, our gut microbiome gets thrown out of whack, leading to digestive issues and inflammation. Chronic diseases like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers are on the rise. A diet high in processed foods is a major contributor due to the lack of nutrients and the overload of sugar, unhealthy fats, and sodium. It all adds up to create the perfect storm for chronic disease. What you eat affects your physical and mental health. Diets high in processed foods are linked to depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Processed foods create inflammation in the brain and deprive it of essential nutrients. Inflammation is our body's natural way of protecting itself, but chronic inflammation can damage tissues and organs. Diets high in processed foods are a major driver of chronic inflammation. Let's consider a simple fast food meal, such as a hamburger, fries, and a drink. In this meal, there is about 90 grams of ground beef, 50 grams of processed wheat, 115 grams of fried potato, and 70 grams of sugar in the drink. That's 325 grams of inflammatory food. The sugar, unhealthy fats, and additives all contribute to low-grade inflammation throughout the body. Have you ever noticed how hard it is to stop eating certain processed foods? These foods are designed to be addictive. Manufacturers use science to create the perfect mix of salt, sugar, and fat, the bliss point that triggers our brain's reward centers. It's like we're hooked on these hyper-palatable foods, even though we know they're harming our health. I hope this video has been eye-opening for you. It's time to wake up to the hidden dangers in our grocery stores and start making healthier choices. By understanding how processed foods impact our bodies, we can break free from their grip and start nourishing ourselves with real, whole foods.